And we are a go for game number 2 of this rematch series between Team 2 and Big Pharma. Let me just advertise this in Discord. There you go. And there we are. Alright, so Big Pharma versus Team 2. The first match went the way of Team 2. Spoiler alert. So Big Pharma, they're going to have to pull out the big cards of, what am I trying to say? The aces up their sleeves, you know? The big strats in order to secure possibly a tie for this series. Or maybe Team 2 could get a 2-0. Pretty fitting for their name, so we'll see how it goes as Team 2 immediately pick the Marcy, by the way. What is that noise in the background? I'm not sure. Anyway, so they pick the Marcy. Big Pharma respond with the Undying. Okay, and by the way, still the first, the same two bands to start off with by Team 2, the Huskar and the Underlord. Still very respectful of those two heroes. So by the way, Mixed Skill, he'll be here to cast once again. He's just currently coaching his team through the drafting phase. Then once that is finished, he'll be over here as well. Was talking about the Undying Tinker combo that I believe someone pulled out for the series. He didn't mention it before. I can't remember who. So it might be what he's going for here with his team. Picking up the Primal Beast as well. So very tanky frontline heroes that love to be in the middle of a team fight. Primal Beast is pretty good for pickoffs as well with his ult. So we'll see how effective that is for Big Pharma and what Team 2 will do to retaliate. You do have Marcy to take down the tombstones pretty easily, but if you've got a Primal Beast on your back as well, it's going to be fairly rough to do. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, everything's good. Alright. Things are looking good for, yeah, it's just another match going on. Just checking to see that it's ongoing.
Alright, Dyer gets to ban.
Sweet. Alright, Team 2, they pick the puck for the second hero. Okay. AoE Silence plus the Dream Coil going to be very disruptive in the team fights that Big Pharma are gearing towards with this lineup so far.
10 seconds. Radiant gets the ban.
Banning out heroes. Team 2, they ban out the Shadow Fiend once again. They saw what happened last week, I'd like to say, with the right click Shadow Fiend carry, and they do not want a repeat. So once again, another respect ban. Big Pharma taking out the Faceless Void, another hero that they seem to struggle to deal with. So not a big fan of those Chronospheres indeed. Going to assume, I think Chick Hicks will be playing the Primal Beast here, the off-lane role, typically. Although, I think Mr. British has played Primal Mid before. So, that's still up in the air. We'll see what happens there. Meanwhile, I believe Z-Latch will be on the puck. I like the pick. Puck being able to rotate around the map, secure kills with the Dream Coil plus the Silence as well. Can be pretty devastating indeed, and dishes out quite a bit of magic damage. So, ganking Puck, very painful to deal with, especially if it snowballs as well, as at that point it's hard to lock them down as well. I mean, you get Lincolns, you've got the Phase Shift, that's the word I'm looking for. Phase Shift is going to be very difficult for the Primal Beast to lock down the puck. And we'll see how effective it is though. Team 2 banning out the Sniper as well. Not a big fan of Mr. British's Sniper. Although the mid hero might already be in front of them with his Primal Beast, so we'll see indeed.
Radiant's turn to pick.
Spectre being banned. Okay, so they weren't pretty yeah, they weren't happy at all with going up against the Spectre last match. How strong that Ags build is, they just decide to remove it from the game and not have to deal with it. Alright, Witch Doctor being picked. Very strong support, can scale pretty late as well. especially with the Death Ward, plus the Ag Shard makes them pretty difficult to lock down. However,
10 seconds.
Puck's silence completely ruins the Witch Doctor. Since it's AoE, he doesn't even have to target the Witch Doctor, will go through the Glimmer Cape and cancel the ultimate, so Witch Doctor will just have to make sure he's got that BKB first before he commits to any big ultimate plays. Which is going to be pretty rough for a position 5 support, I'm assuming, so
Alright, Dyer's turn.
very interesting indeed. Team 2, they opt to go for the Drow Ranger here. Okay. Going to be very annoying for Undying to deal with there because of that slow on hit. Plus the Shard as well, which decreases regen.
10 seconds.
She's got to be an absolute thorn in your side the entire game until the point where she's two-shotting you. Witch Doctor especially. Another AoE silence he has to look out for, so I doubt he's going to get these Death Ward combos that he's probably hoping for. Maybe if the Primal Beast has locked them down first, then the Witch Doctor follows up. We'll have to see. Regardless, I do like Team 2's lineup so far. A lot of AoE. They are fairly squished, but Puck is still hard to lock down. Marcy can escape, sort of, with her W as well.
Radiant knows just who to pick here.
Here we go. Team 2 picking the Clinks. Not the Clinks, Clockwork once again. That's the other CL hero. And Big Pharma, they respond with the Ursa. Okay, position 1 Ursa. Does not care too much about the silences. Will still just enrage through them. And if Puck dares to come close, it's going to get ripped to shreds.
10 seconds.
We'll see how effective it is. If it does get kited though, I mean, it could be pretty easy to kite there. So when you've got the slows from Drow plus the Clockwork on your back as well, going to be very rough to deal with. Alright. 30 seconds left of reserve time. Team 2 looking for who they're going to ban now. I think they're still thinking that Big Pharma's got a mid hero to pick.
Radiant gets the ban.
Oh, maybe not. They might have realized that Mr. British does play Primal a bit in the mid lane and they're opting to ban the off laners. Okay. Maybe potentially forcing Primal Beast into off lane. Although that does allow for a lot of mid heroes to be available, so I do like this.
10 seconds.
Kind of a pick your poison situation for Team 2. Do you want the Primal Beast mid or do you want it off lane? And if you do want it off lane,
Radiant's up. Banning
then
time.
what mids are you hoping to go up against? Because you've still got Ember Spirit, you've got Storm Spirit initiations, you've got so much to deal with. Even a Necro here. Necro hasn't been banned, so that can be kind of devastating. Although
10 seconds.
Puck still has magic damage. Would you pick Necro? I would pick Necro if I was into this lineup myself. I'd be happy to play it. Silence is kind of annoying, but you pop the Ghost Shroud after and you'd be pretty happy against the Drow Ranger, even the Clockwork and the Marcy. So, however, I am still like Crusader at best, so take what I say with a grain of salt, of course. Meanwhile, Team 2 looks like they're doing exactly that. They're having a bit of a think here. 10 seconds left. Who is going to be their final hero? Probably picking an offlaner here as Clockwork. Oh, okay, they picked the Pugna, right. That can't be a mid Pugna. No, I don't see that.
Cave Johnson here.
Alright. So, I guess it's probably Clockwork and Marcy together in the off lane. Pugna gonna be... but never mind, Zealach is playing the Pugna. Okay. Meanwhile, Mr. British on the Silencer. Chick Hicks will be the off lane Primal Beast. Okay. A little bit of a switch up. Emperor gonna be playing the Puck. Maybe Zealach is changing lanes. He is typically the mid laner for Team 2. We'll just have to see what they choose to go with. as we load into the match. McSkill joins us once again. Hello, McSkill.
Hello, hello. Interesting draft.
Indeed, they are. How are you feeling?
I think both teams just respect ban each other quite a lot, but
Oh,
I think
indeed.
in some ways out of frustration. Like, we don't want to play against the spec, we don't want to play against, some of the big farmer heroes. So just had a lot of respect bans, and then we had a kind of a little meta develop out of that, of these these off the cuff kind of Pugna off the cuff silencer coming out. We have seen silencer a bit more on big farmer's side, but it's definitely more of a pocket pick mid because it is risky. You can just get rolled over. So I see a lot of lane setups as well. Both sides are just picking these super strong lane duos. Like you have the Marcy Clockworks is super strong. I'm assuming Pugna 5.
I wouldn't be able to tell you because Zealach is playing it, so he's typically the mid laner. Well, he does have the observer ward, so there you go. Might be a little bit of a switch up here. Emperor's got some wards as well.
Emperor's only, he's got, okay, Tango.
So he bought those sentries as well. And okay, so it's a support puck? Wait, what?
Maybe.
Okay. Alright, meanwhile,
I
let's...
hate that.
You hate that? Yeah, fair enough. I'll just run through the heroes here. Starting on Big Farmer's Radiant side, we have Acid Rains on the Ursa, Happy Geelong here on the Witch Doctor, Sweat Spaghetts on the Undying, Mr. British on the Silencer, and finally Chick Hicks on the Primal Beast. Meanwhile, on the opposite side, the winners of the last match, Team 2, we have Zealach on the Pugna, Moonsilver on the Drow Ranger, So Close, Yeet So Far on the Clockwork, Emperor on the Puck, and finally Marcy being played by J-Bud. Look at all 5 of them, no smoke, they're just going to run up straight into Radiant Jungle here. Not going to be able to spot this Ursa quite as of yet, so they're going to secure another rune for themselves. However, that's still 2 each, right?
Yeah, looking to be. Interesting kind of ships passing the night here. I think they did walk a little bit close to the outposts on Team 2's side. I think they were spotted, but yeah, no smoke, so they just straight throwing it down, and they're both gonna get 2 each. Some voice lines coming out, but yeah, you're correct. It is a Pugna mid, so I'm very interested to see this. I did say it was bad, which that's because I think Puck is a better hero in general, especially in mid compared to Pugna, but they could totally prove me wrong here. It may have caught off big farmers as well, if they were expecting that. And then on the bottom lane we have the Witch Doctor Ursa, very, very strong lane once you get levels in Maledict. One of the worst lanes to play into as an axe, speaking from personal experience.
Indeed.
Or just generally
as
any sort
melee
of
hero, I guess, yeah.
Any strength offlaner hates that matchup.
I was pointing out during the draft as well, I've noticed Mr. British has played a bit of Primal Beast mid as well, so that possibility was still there, was it not?
Yeah, no, there was some discussions in the team about possibly role switching or jumbling it up, but I think they were just eager to get back into it and just play the normal roles and just get the game going. I think a good amount of hype built up on both sides after game 1. Yeah, some good energy coming out of the draft phase. So yeah, we do see this top lane matchup here. Sweat Spaghetts on the Undying and Chick Hicks on Primal Beast. Very, very strong lane. You just get a few levels and you just go in with the Tombstone. Makes it really, really hard to hit. And yeah, position 5 Puck. So it's gonna be interesting.
Indeed, noticing that the Marcy is opting to farm here. So, taking that Primal Beast fist to the face there takes quite a bit of health. But gonna be annoying later on once Emperor hits that level 6, gets the Dream Coils off. Primal Beast won't be able to do much to escape from that, but we'll see how they deal with that. The Sweat's also
yeah, they have some plays here with the Dispose, like they can throw someone backwards to break the coil. And yeah, I'm assuming Emperor will just play a very scouting kind of Puck, like annoying, just throws abilities down, throws silences, and just keeps vision, like stays alive on the edge of the fight, just dances around the enemy team. They don't have the best catch on Big Farmer. In fact, they don't really have any instant stuns. I think they have Cask and the Rush down on Primal. eventually they'll probably get Bash on Ursa, and that will be their way to jump, I'm assuming, if they go more traditional Ursa build, but they also have good disengaged game too as well with this Clockwork with the BKB Pierce on the hook shot, so good zoning tools, and I feel like it'll be big farmers kind of as the aggressors this game and counter initiations coming out of Team 2. That's my prediction.
Sounds like a pretty good prediction, if you ask me. I mean, but of course, what do I know? Meanwhile, let's see how the lanes are going. Mr. British seems to be dominating his mid matchup here. He's got 3 last hits, and well, of course that's changing as I'm speaking, but more last hits than the partner does, so he seems to be winning the lane so far. Meanwhile, top lane though, J-Bud, 8 stacks of decay on him, pretty squishy, and then when Chick Hicks hits that W, that can be pretty
Clockwork.
devastating indeed.
Oh, he hits the stick and survives. He almost died to a Maledict there.
Yeah,
so very low health on bottom lane, but he has the... Okay, he's backpacked the magic wand as well while using the healing salve, so well played there.
Clever, clever. Yeah, I was about to say, I did notice before there was a little bit of a scuffle before, but Maledict was not quite leveled enough, I think. Only the 1 point wasn't quite enough to take down the Clockwork.
Yeah, level 1 Maledict sucks so much. It's such a bad, like, you could do like 90% of someone's ult and it wouldn't kill, but yeah, they're probably looking to kill soon in this bottom lane. Acid Rains is having a decent time. Drow is leading the network. Actually extremely close on the top 5 heroes right now. They're all at like 1750 to 1790, so
That's
extremely even game 2 as well. Surprising.
This game 1 was a warm-up, so game 2 should always be a little bit superior in terms of last hitting and denying and all that, as to be expected. So now seeing Zealach is pretty far up here. Wow, doing half of Mr. British's health with just a single combo, but that takes all of his mana. And meanwhile, I completely missed that. There's the Maledict finally killing off this Clockwork for the 3rd time attempt. I guess that was attempted. And there you go, that's the combo you're talking about. The Ursa plus the Witch Doctor tearing apart the Clockwork.
Yeah, Clockwork just doesn't have that much, doesn't really have any defensive abilities. Like if you can try and use the cogs, but there's a delay when you hit the button, and if they're already next to you, then they just get trapped inside with you, and then they just kill you inside of that. So, bit of a hard game for this position for Clockwork. Silver himself still getting good farm in the lane. I don't think he's in any particular danger. He hasn't put a point in Gust yet, but he probably just feels safe with the decent armor and the Wraith Band to hide behind, and yeah, this Clockwork probably just out contesting the camps again. Drow's not really going to be helping him because she's trying to get farm out of the lane, so just dies to Maledict. He's going to go contest the easy camp pull now. Get some decent CS there. Gets caught by the cask.
Yeah, there's the Maledict as well, but that should be fine. Regardless.
There's no connection from Acid Rains because the lane is too far up, so he's just focusing on... Oh,
yeah.
Get right-clicked quite a bit here, but...
Yeah, gonna eat a couple of arrows, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Meanwhile, looks like J-Bud and Emperor, they've managed to heal up a little bit, but Emperor getting dove a bit. Ooh, 8 decay stacks on this puck. Very squish indeed. Only 100 health left. That's pretty risky.
Yeah, he has a 10 charge stick on Sweat Spigots though, so he's kind of baiting a little bit. He really wants this double decay and try and get Emperor down.
Meanwhile, bottom lane,
on Emperor.
Zealach, he's made his way all the way down bot, but the global silence to keep the Ursa and the Witch Doctor A-okay. All so close, he's still running up, by the way. Won't be able to find this Ursa they were still looking for, but should be okay. Oh no, forgot about the courier. Happy Chillung will be very happy indeed, taking that courier down. And,
yeah, just underleveled on the Clockwork, just struggles a little bit. Doesn't even have a level in flares yet.
Tombstone being dropped up
top lane.
Yeah, they're diving the tower with the zombies. Looks like nice positioning there from J-Bud and the Emperor to stay a little bit out of the reach of this Undying. Oh, never mind, they're going back in actually. Oh, there's dual decay. J-Bud, he's trying to take down the Tombstone. There you go, he gets it off and jumps away. Okay, that's an extra 150 gold, I believe. No
yeah. Just had no mana for the onslaught on Primal, so they couldn't defend the Tombstone. They just feed gold. Ooh. It's just right on the edge of the tower as well, so they're having a really easy time defending it. So
Zealach,
unfortunately, doesn't go Big Farmer's way.
No, unfortunately not. He's gonna ult the Primal Beast, but won't be able to take him down fully. He's going to be able to walk it off. ZLH not quite finding anything from these ganks. Meanwhile, Miss British getting quite a bit of farm here mid. He's caught up to the Pugna now. I guess that's...
Yeah, that rotation kind of costed him a little bit. We got the hard camp stack here, so we'll farm that up, but...
True.
Yeah, it's just the lane is very pushed in for both side lanes. The Big Pharma, like it feels like both safe lane and top lane for Big Pharma have just been at the tower, like the enemy tier 1 the whole game. So gets thrown back on Undying. You see the onslaught coming in, gonna interrupt the...
That life drain, yeah, there you go. There's the tombstone being dropped as well. Sweats Baguettes won't be long for this world. There you go. J-Blood will get the final kick in, take down the tombstone as well. Trick Hicks doing all he can, but looks like the rest of Team 2 here, they're just going to run away. J-Blood even flinging him back, and they can't capitalize anything there. Meanwhile, though, Mr. British taking down the Clockwork was that bottom lane. I think they just traded each other's lives there. Wow. I missed that, unfortunately, but a bit of interesting stuff going on. Oh, okay. Unfortunate that Casket moved away and didn't continue stunning the Drow, so not able to capitalize on the fact that the support was not present. Right.
Yeah, she has the Gust on cooldown, so just use the Get Off Me spell. And the lane's been right at the tier 1 here for Dire. Moon 7 Silver's had a great game, almost equaling the Ursa in farm, and just about tying his mid laner, so he's been getting great farm. Clockwork unfortunately left out to dry again.
Swords Baguettes, no! They were diving the tower, but Marcy turns around with the ult, just takes out Undying just like that. Not quite.
It's a dive bot lane.
Oh, there it is. Okay, another gank by Pugna, not able to find anything still. They just have to stand still somehow for his life drain. Meanwhile, rotation coming in. Chick Hicks is here as well. Gonna get spotted out by Clockwork. Nice positioning, by the way. There's the Cask, the Maledict. No follow-up, however. Yeah, he's gonna be fine. Oh, Chick Hicks initiating.
Chick Hicks goes on Moon 7 instead.
Dodges this Gust, by the way, as well.
Oh, what a kill.
There you go. Easiest kill of his life. Meanwhile, Mr. British getting caught out by 3 here. He's walked down the river and found death, it looks like. There you go. ZLH will pick up that enemy mid laner kill. Alright.
Oh, he's running the wrong way. He ran up to the... Oh, he's dead.
Yeah, that's
ZLH.
Maledict gonna get the kill there. Actually, Chick steals it from the Witch Doctor. So close will pick up the support kill. But...
Yeah, he runs up to the middle of the river instead of up the staircase there, and that cost him his life, unfortunately.
Yeah, just a little slight misplay, and it's enough. Those little itty-bitty steps. Just looking at so close here. He's almost at level 6, probably about to reach it in just a couple more creeps. Might initiate on this Ursa. There you go. There's the level 6. There's the hook shot. No, it misses. Oh, that's unfortunate. They might be able to take down the Ursa. In fact, they do, regardless of Mr. British. Will he get the return kill? Will he get vengeance for his dead bear? Yes, he does. There you go. Meanwhile, top lane, though, Sweats Baguettes unfortunately dies to the Pugna's life drain. Finally getting a kill with these rotations. And able to start harassing the tower. Fortification coming out though. Okay. Interesting game so
Yeah,
far.
it just... The Gust is like fairly telegraphed, but he wasn't ready on Ursa or just mistimed the enrage, so he gets silenced. It's a very like fine line to go by, especially if the Drow's a little bit closer to you, which I don't think that was a max range Gust. I think it was like 3/4 of range, so you get less time to react and doesn't get the Gust off. He doesn't have his phase boots completed yet. It's just brown boots into Perseverance, so he has no armor, so he just takes so much damage from the Drow and does die there on the Ursa. The return kill isn't really worth it, but he's still doing okay on farm. Still about 50 CS at 11 minutes. Decent CS and more fighting bot lane. Happy Jilum almost dead.
Oh
He mans
my
up
God.
though.
In fact, he is dead. Yeah. Oh, the hook shot going out. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication there. But he jumps forward with the neutral item. There you go. Double kill there for Drow. Looks like Mr. Witch was just out of position as well, unfortunately, and Acid Rain's all by himself here. I was going to ask her as well, what do you feel about the Ursa Battle Fury build? Like, is it still as strong as it used to be, or...?
It's kind of the only way to play him. He's not a hero that benefits from Maelstrom really. and he's so item dependent, just so massively item dependent that he needs levels and he needs farm to stay ahead of carries because he is not an equal net worth carry. He doesn't win most of the matchups in the game if you have equal net worth. Speaking as Clockwork is going to die again.
Oh yes,
Gets
he
the cogs
does.
off.
He did manage to cancel the Primal Beast ult before he died, which was something, but unfortunately not enough to save his life. Emperor a little bit out of position. He should be able to escape here with a illusory orb. Switch begets unfortunately. Oh, Chick Hicks is in front. He's expecting a jump, but Moonsilver is here to back up the puck. Pucky does get silenced, does get killed on the side there. Moonsilver, oh. Melodic dropped as well. Happy Geelong. No mana for his ultimate. Oh, he's so sad. Meanwhile, Pugna getting ulted on the side there. The cooldown of the Primal Beast ult is so short. It's back again. Meanwhile, Mr. British stepped up a little bit too close to the drow. And wow. This is a game where you have to watch your position, I think, especially if you're playing on Big Farmer's side. Because a step too close and those frost arrows will take you down pretty quickly.
Yeah, Strau's just standing really tall with these fights, and unfortunately, just for Big Pharma, just takes too much damage. He gets away with Maledict on 10% HP, like the Ursa turns back around, he had Earthshock on cooldown, maybe didn't feel that great diving the tower. He still doesn't have his items, we've all been there, you know, you kind of, if you're building a farming item first thing, then you really just want to go get that, complete it, which in this case is the Battlefury, and Witch Doctor will die in the same spot again, unfortunately, on the bot lane. A little bit too aggressive in this positioning.
Trying to get something done, but unfortunately, Sweats Baguettes might be following the same footsteps. Hopefully not. He will phase boots away, thank God. Okay, hookshot coming in though. So close, bots out the silencer. That's a much more worthwhile pick for Team 2 here. Even the Dream Call dropping down on this Primal Beast, and that's the first death for... Wait, not the first death. Oh, it is the first death. Never mind. Check Hicks. The Primal Beast will fall. Alright, nice aggressive play there, moving together, Team 2 into the Radiant jungle. And they'll take all these creeps.
Yeah, no, you just have Save Your Body syndrome on the Primal. Goes back in when it's, you know, it's 5 people there and just gets the life drain off and manages to... Because, yeah, he gets the ulti off, but gets silences by the Gust, has that on cooldown, he's kind of dead in the water. He doesn't have his blink yet. On the Primal, still building his BKB, he's rushing that soon, have that amount, 1300 gold. But yeah, you can see this Pugna pressure coming, it's 15 minutes in, trying to take this mid one tower, he's just going to keep spamming the Nether Blast. Now it's down to 7 health.
Chick Hicks rushing in, he's going to take down Zealach potentially, there's the silence coming out.
Oh, good silence.
Nicely done by Big Pharma, they're going to pick up a couple of decent kills here, so close as well, he's so close to death. Meanwhile, that's disgusting. Okay, that's J-Bud to fall as well. I hate it when that happens. Emperor, he cannot escape. No phase shift available. Still on cooldown. And there's 4 members of Team 2 dying like that. Just that save your buddy syndrome, I guess, again, that you're talking about.
Well, J-Bud almost turned. J-Bud almost turned with the armlet, but J-Bud also doesn't have Mithril Hammer or any other components in BKB past the Ogre Club, so he still dies. And then there's that monstrous cask that comes in. So it's kind of just, disgusting. You know, it's like, it's a little bit of luck, you could say, sort of, but the first play by Big Farmers was extremely synchronized, so they kind of created that luck through their skill, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a really good jump, really good timing, and yeah, so clear here so far.
He catches 2 in the cogs.
He's been hit before.
Yeah, unfortunately,
it's hard Clockwork game.
Yeah, indeed.
Yep.
His teammates not able to back him up there, unfortunately, as the rest of Team 2... I'm sorry, Big Pharma are here. My bad.
Yeah, they're going to try and get this 2-1. They just got the 2-1 mids.
Oh my god, okay. Hit just by the edge of that illusion, or plus the Decrepify Life Drain combo. What happened up
Yeah, well played by Zealach with the Aether Lens. He walks in and knows his own straight. Level 12.
True, very true. That second point
it's two levels advantage against the Silencer, so he's very strong right now. Run up and use the Nether Blast. He knows how to play Pugna, just press Q on towers, win games. Monstrous spell against structures.
Indeed it is.
Takes that one.
Alright, looks like Silencer will respawn now. Maybe join his team as they group up to defend the tier 2. Looks like Team 2 have grouped up here as well. This might be a good old showdown happening pretty soon between the two teams.
Yeah, Tombstone ready. We have ultis ready on both sides except for Undying, who just came off CD. So maybe I still feel like this Ursa doesn't really want to fight. He doesn't have that much mana and still he has his blink now, but still no phase boots or anything useful.
Oh, there's the
goes
hook in, but Acid Rains is on the back line already, taking down the Drow. That's a
wow.
dead Moonsilver for how long? 30 seconds. So close. He threw himself into the deep end and not able to escape again. So he'll throw his life away as well as the rest of Team 2 get out. Thanks to the Clockwork Sacrifice. Oh my god. So they tried to initiate something there, but well played by Acid Rains using that blink to get straight onto that Drow, take out the main source of damage. And the rest of Team 2...
Yeah, she uses Hurricane Pike, but dies to silencer spells. She doesn't have range up, she doesn't have any sort of defensive items at all. It's all damage, it's just Wraith Man and treads into Hurricane Pike. So you could argue that the Pike itself is defensive, but in that fight, as we saw against the slows, Acid Rains just gets one too many hits in, and just the silencer ulti has done dividends for big farmers these last two fights. It's very difficult when you're such a high execution lineup.
Indeed.
On Team 2 here. Very difficult.
Notice that there's a BKB available on Primal Beast as well. He did use that earlier. Was it during that fight? It wouldn't have been during that fight.
It was during that fight.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
It was during that fight. Yep.
Right. J-Bud still
Gonna go for this tier 2 top. It's a little bit hard with the levels right now. Both sports level 9 here. Like they just don't have a lot of tower damage, that's all. Ursa still doesn't, you know, their only real tower hitter is Ursa. You can sort of make an argument for Silence later if he goes like Moonshot, but they just don't have, you know, they don't have the Drow. And speaking of Drow, it's Moon 7 Silver hitting the equivalent tower, the bottom lane right now. Sweat Spaghetti spooks them, then builds the Glimmer Cape and walks himself out, so there'll be a defense there. But yeah, both teams giving up on their respective tier 2 towers. It is 90 minutes, very hard to push that.
Indeed. Double smoke coming out for Mr. British and Happy Geelong. They're just going to move down the river though, not able to spot anyone out. Oh, I say that, but J-Bud here, he's in vision. Chick Hicks will go for it, not popping the BKB beforehand, so he does get silenced, unfortunately. Moonsilver will save his buddy there, and Chick Hicks, that's a BKB charge gone. Acid Rains on the side though.
Deep.
Oh my god, so close as well. He tried to save the Pugner, but to no avail. That's a double kill for the Ursa. Chick Hicks, he stepped up, but will be able to back on out. The global silence, like you're talking about, putting in work, keeping the team safe. And there's only 2 left alive on the side of Team 2. Moonsilver, will he be able to keep them off his back? Looks like he should be able to get away. The zombie is chasing him though. Emperor, he's out, he's fine. Oh no, Chick Hicks, he jumps forward, he gets the ult off, and that's a very dead Drow once again. 4 dead in that fight. And just like you said, the Pugner annihilated immediately, just stepped out a little too far, Clockwork to fall, and then they just picked off one by one.
Yeah, I mean, he just gets caught on the stairs. He's just really far forward, and it puts his team in a really hard place if he dies first, because he is so much of the damage coming out of Team 2 right now. So Clockwork uses the hookshot to try and save him. Ursa doesn't care about the hookshot. They kill the Clockwork as well. They go high ground. They can supplement the high ground push with... First vision is given by Primal Beast, because he runs up there to scout for his team. He takes damage but turns around and then onslaughts back out. But by that point, you have the Death Ward going down to give them space, and then you have Tombstone as well. So they're zoning Team 2 out of their own high ground, and that's how they make that staircase push work. And with that, Drow sprinting to the middle tower. Ursa gets his blink off cooldown, jumps. And yeah, just really well played in and out by big farmers. I do think Team 2 is playing really well as well, especially the Drow. But it's just difficult to fight into them right now. Like, this Clockwork just isn't being able to do much against this lineup.
Yeah, no BKB in the near future, unless that's that on the courier. No, that's just the 4-staff recipe. So he's suffering quite a bit against the magic damage output from the Silencer, plus the stun from the Witch Doctor, I guess, and Maledict. And looks like that's an easy tier 1 tower there for Big Farmer. Will they be able to get more? Chick Hicks jumps on in, silence coming out, BKB gets the ult off on the Pugner. That's a very dead Pugner as the Ursa's on top of him as well. The global silence preventing the Decrepify. Very well played indeed by Big Farmers, getting these key pickoffs on such important heroes.
Yeah, wow. And you see the Dragonlance coming out on the silence. He hits pretty fast right now, every 0.65 seconds. So they do have a bit of tower push. They have the Cardi down on full health. So they're going to take this tier 2 fairly quickly. I'd like to see the Roshan coming out now. They might ping it out. They do need to push out top lane regardless, but just really well played. They're just playing around the cooldowns. They're managing to get good jumps, and this Pogna mid is just suffering. You know, there's no natural escape. He hasn't built his BKB yet. He's going straight full damage, like he went Aether Lens into Aghanim, so he has to rely a lot on his team to bail him out. And in these situations, the rest of his team don't really have, you know, they don't have a Lotus yet, they don't have BKBs, they don't have a Yule, so they can't purge off the silence themselves. Even Drow herself isn't going Manta, which is very off meta for Drow now anyway, but my point is that, you know, it's still not a purge, so just struggles, you know, to put the silence down, and what can you do on team 2? It's a hard game for them right now.
Check Hex, he's going to spot
J-Bud
out
getting
J-Bud.
jumps.
Oh, Check Hex, he cancelled the onslaught. Okay, he still gets the ultimate off though. That cast range is pretty insane. J-Bud, he bought that BKB just before. We'll use it now. Pushing back the Primal Beast. Happy Geelong just standing there, getting the entire duration off. We'll be able to plus the shards as well. Okay. Very nicely done there by the Witch Doctor, taking out multiple people. Moonsilver, he's all by himself here as the Pugna's pushing bot. Chickix lives.
Oh, and he survives.
Wow. Okay, that's another 4 dead by on the side of Team 2, by the way. Zilech all by himself.
Yeah, happy Geelong for the MVP there. Like, holy, just get Shadow Amulets like it's 2016. It just holds R, just keeps it going. And yeah, they managed to turn the fight. They have the Sweat Spaghettis throwing down DKs. They have Acid Rain, who's like, okay guys, this is actually good. I'm gonna blink in. They deal some damage out, and they just don't kill anyone fast enough on Team 2. It's actually it's really well played on Marcian, actually kiting out Primal Beast and getting the BKB off, and then Primal Beast is a bit deep, but he just gets bailed out, you know. In the counter initiation game where both teams have 2 people out of position, and then both teams have to follow up with 8 other players, it feels like Big Pharma is just a lot stronger in that department. Indeed. A lot stronger in the re-engage. So yeah, they're just able to hold the line a lot easier. Oh, this support puck is very dead.
Oh, very unfortunate. I think if I was the Clockwork here, you'd want to make sure to initiate after the Blink Dagger comes out from the Ursa, I think. And then you initiate on maybe like the Silencer or something in the back line, as that would probably be my call. But yeah,
I mean, you can stand pretty close to Drow and just get ready to throw Cogs down to push Ursa back, because he can't go through Cogs even with... Oh, Chickix is 1v4ing. Finally reached the limit of his limit of his strength. Will die.
Yeah, there you go. They're going to spot out this Roche as well. Nice rocket flare from so close. Right,
look at this mass TPing, and they're trying to go deal with this, but Drow on no mana top lane, they're going to see this on Big Pharma, they're going to be aware that she's not there. They don't have the outpost as well. This is going to be a difficult contest if they go for it on Team 2.
Emperor is here. He's going to orb in.
Illusory orb going in.
It's a little bit too early,
Sweat Spaghettis
unfortunately.
has 50 health.
Oh, very close indeed. Oh, the death. Yep, there you go. The death of the Undying as the Dream Core does get dropped. Mr. British, he got pushed back by the Cogs into the grasp of the Drow there. And he does die for this Roche Ted. Happy Geelong to fall as well. Well, they get the Aegis, but at what cost, Mixiol?
Jeez, how are they all so low? Why are they tanking the Roshan? We need to get this Ursa hitting it. He has like 28 armor and a Blink Dagger and regen from the Battle Fury. So I'm a little confused about how Sweat Spaghettis was walking out of that pit on about 100 HP and just unfortunately didn't manage to get the Tombstone down or anything, so there was no real presence. Maybe felt that it would just feed away. Of course, Primal Beast was dead. He was the diversion, I believe, but they just, for some reason, everyone is losing their resources to the Roshan, even though they have Ursa. So a little bit of a misplay with the positioning there, and they just will get kited. Still no defensive items on Silencer, so you saw that he has the same problem as the Puck. They're both just building straight damage, so if they do get caught out respectively, they will both die. It's just Big Pharma right now has the better jump, so we'll see this J-Bud coming in soon. Got the Blink Dagger and 1,000 gold. We'll likely see a bit of a better jump, a bit of a better like instant damage scenario coming out of Team 2 going forward. But yeah, Aegis down, 3k net with advantage. Ursa going for that Skull Basher is the word I was looking for. So we'll get that.
Pugner playing a bit risky here. It's going to be caught out by Happy Geelong and Ko. He's got the ward down, but it's not going to be enough to save him. There you go. Well, the rest of his team has backed off. Just to point out as well, there's no lifesteal on the Ursa. Typically, like, there's a Mask of Madness or even a Vladimir's Offering by the time he starts trying to attempt Roshan. Maybe that was what was making it so much of a struggle there.
Well, they have Voodoo Restoration, so ideally Geelong is just standing behind him, healing him over and over again. But yeah, you see this a lot with some Ursas that kind of just like to play more around the region. You kind of it means that you get your items faster, but you just have a play a little bit more calculated, and you also have to go back to base to heal up if you're super low, because it's a little bit risky, especially against Clockwork, to just keep farming jungle camps. But he will get it now. It's in his stash. He's going to build the Satanic out of it. Which is the only reason that you build it in the early game anyway, is to eventually build Satanic. But he has it now. It'll be a smoke up Chick Hicks with the haste rune going into the top tier jungle.
Yeah, will be.
There is vision down here.
Oh, yeah, there is indeed. So close. Taking out that ward. Getting pinged out. The smoke did pop on Sweat's Baguettes though, so they're aware of something. Oh, so close. He just goes straight in. There you go. He's going to get hit down by the silencer plus the death ward from Happy Geelong. That's just the shard actually.
The voice lines. Oh, they did him so dirty with that. He says like, what are you doing, bro?
And Team 2 just have to back off without their Clockwork to save them. Meanwhile though...
Yeah, they still have Aegis. Like, I'm not sure if there was a possible follow-up there, but Zilach finally going to get his beloved bottom tier 2, which he died for last time. Easy dub for him. Takes that 110 gold and scurries away into the jungle. And be very happy with himself. But in the mid lane...
Yeah, I like this mobilization here. Looks like Team 2, they're going to be coming in from the side, potentially. Maybe pushing Big Farmers back into their base? Hang on. J-Bud, he's going to back off over here, but... This is such aggressive positioning from Moonsilver. Emperor coming in from the side. Might be looking for the Dream Coil. He gets it off. Plus a big multi-shot from Moonsilver. Not quite finding anyone with the Gust, unfortunately. And they have to back on out. That was quite an interesting play, but unfortunately not able to get much off it. Emperor and So Close die pretty much immediately once the silence wears off. And the Dream Coil as well, by the way. Zilach to fall on the side. Hit TP back. Got that ward off, but Acid Rains just tears the Pugner apart once again. Swiss Baguette's looking a little bit low. Moonsilver's popped his BKB. There's not much they can do to stop him from taking down the Undying. Looks like Big Pharma will back off a little bit. No Aegis. Did Aegis get consumed in that fight? Oh.
He died.
He did die.
So, yeah.
Okay, right. I completely missed that. That was interesting.
Yeah, no, that was really well played by Puck. Big Pharma's just like choreographing where they're standing a little too much, and Puck takes full advantage. Just walks straight up and hits the Waning Rift. Just hits the 4-man silence with the 4-man coil, and that puts them in a really bad spot on Big Pharma's because they're now low ground. They don't really have good vision down. You know, they're losing the vision game, and they just get hit from 3 different directions, and they manage to whittle them down on side of Team 2. Moon 7 Silver does use his BKB when he's getting dived into the base, so there's a little bit of exertion there, but that's well worth it for the base defense. They only took 500 damage on the tower. Chick Hicks top lane.
He's getting taken down by 3 here. Yeah, So Close as well with the stuns. He does throw the ult out as well though, Chick Hicks, but will fall eventually. That Marcy damage output, pretty significant.
Yeah, it has this blink now. It's feeling pretty good. It is only a 24-second cooldown on Primal Beast ulti, so you kind of just feel like doing it because you are the dinosaur and you want to. It's pretty fun looking, but yeah, no, dies again. Tries to push out the lane there. Very well played in the last 5 minutes for Team 2. I think it's definitely been like an outplay thing, like just in the macro team fighting. Just a really good base defense and then some really good pushes here. They only have the... Oh no, they've taken the mid tier 2 now. So this is the last external tower left for Big Farmers. It's dying very quickly. Moon 7 Silver going Butterfly next, which is a very interesting choice.
I guess that's...
Not sure how I feel about that, but...
Yeah, that's just testament to how even this game actually is, in that both teams taking all the external towers there. Well, Acid Rain, he's pushing up into the tier 3 here.
Oh, he got his blink cancelled.
The BKB popped as well, but So Close jumps in as well, trying to make the most out of this opportunity. However, so close, he's going to eat most of this duration.
Oh, he's gonna
of-
die to this.
Yeah, the Death Ward. Happy Geelong will fall. Yeah, there's the Maladept finally proccing and taking down the Clockwork.
You can tell Dyer's middle tower is in trouble from the way
So
it's
it's
being
Baguette's
destroyed.
a little bit risky there, but looks like all is okay for the Ursa.
Tower is insured.
He gets
For the
that
base
sword.
damage that they're getting here, that's probably worth it though, because they traded support for support. What happened there was actually a really neat interaction. The Clockwork Flare that he shot in like pre-TP, I believe, cancelled the Ursa blink because as a carry, obviously you want to hit tower and then blink out when you see TPs coming in. So he gets his blink cancelled and has to run around. Gets cogs, manages to recover his sanity for a second and hit Q to get out of the cogs. It's like a, get out of cogs button basically on Ursa. And manages to walk it off, sacrificed by a Witch Doctor. And Witch Doctor buys a lot of time with the shard. Voodoo Switcheroo. Great name, I didn't realize it was called that.
Yeah.
Voodoo Switcheroo, that's amazing. So he buys time there, the Maledict's on Clockwork C dies, so it is a trade, and then Ursa manages to get his Blink of cooldown and get away. So in terms of the tower damage and the amount of resources pulled in terms of TPs and just pulling the whole enemy team to one place, that was a very good play by Big Farmers. The 2k net worth lead is shrinking though, so Team 2 are making it back up. They're only down to 2k now. Advantage for Big Farmers.
Indeed, yeah, now that you mention it. 2k net with lead, so game is quite even still. 5-man smoke coming out though from Big Pharma. They want to swing things even more in their favour. We'll see how they go with that. The mobilized towards bot, I think they assume that the Pugna's still there, but Zealash's spider sensors have activated and he's just hiding in the trees for now.
Radiant scanning for enemies.
Alright, scan comes out. We'll spot out so close. Actually, they just pivot towards this Clockwork here. There you go, blink forward from acid range, chick kicks to follow, there's the ult coming out, and that's a very dead Clockwork. Ooh, taken down almost immediately, and that's a godlike spree by the way for this
There's
Ursa.
a double damage in the river here.
Okay, they might take this opportunity, or they do need to push their lanes out a little bit. Well played by the Pugna there to create space for his team, but looks like they're going to opt for mid here. Or will they take Rosh? No wait, Rosh isn't up yet. Okay. Nice little plays coming out. Moving towards top. Just going to take this DD rune and use it to jungle. Alright.
Yeah, Basher coming out now on the Marcy on J-Bud, so he's going to be feeling a lot more confident going toe-to-toe with this Ursa in the man fight. Manages to get a stun out during the Ursa ulti, it feels really good. Sweatsby gets himself will de-ward the Roshan pit in preparation for that second Roshan, so he gets the free 239 gold. That's well played by him. Aghanim's coming up for this silencer. Oh, he does have BKB. That's the item that it was missing. I was like, does he still have the same thing? No, he does have the BKB now and silencer, so feeling pretty good about that. And also Aghanim's happening on Undying, so he just wants the doubled strength steal, 8 per stack.
Oh, true.
Just like that. They're gonna go for this outpost here. This is all just Roshan preparation, I'm assuming, on the side of Big Farmers. You know, they de-ward the pit, they rotate the top lane and push it out, and they're now capturing outposts. So got their eyes on the prize here.
Yeah.
And yeah, meanwhile,
But it looks like Team 2, they've gone towards the Radiance outpost here, going to take that for their own. Zealash pushing out mid, making sure that the creep waves aren't too pushed out here. In fact, pressuring Big Farmers and forcing them to step back a bit. Maybe initiate a team fight here. So close. He did spot out the Primal. Might go for Sweat Spaghettis here. Oh,
this ward here
Jaber,
is so good. He's gonna
jump
pull back.
forward. There
Oh,
you
he
go.
gets
Pops the BKB. Will be able to run away. Moonsilver as well with the damage multi-shot coming out. But J-Bud does fall. The Global Silence coming out, preventing too much follow-up. And Moonsilver, he's caught in between two very tanky strength heroes. Wait, Ursa's an agi hero. I keep forgetting that. And there you go,
Yeah, he gets
Moonsilver to fall. Double kill for Acid Rains. That's very nicely done by Big Pharma. Despite the Team 2 initiation, they end up losing the trades.
You know how I said earlier about 7.32E and how it caught someone out earlier in the game in game 1? Drow was just running, like, not to the staircase but to the side of it to get the low ground 4-staff. She had 130 mana, and now Hurricane Pike and 4-staff by extension is 150. So she had the same carry instincts that everyone who plays carry has of, like, I have mana to 4-staff, I'm going to run to this and get a nice 4-staff down, and she didn't. She was 20 like short, so that's why
so
she dies.
unfortunate. Oh.
That's the patch right there. That's the, you gotta burn it into your brain. You gotta print screen that and put it on your desktop saying 4 stuff now is 150 mana, so very unfortunate. They did have a really good ward there, they had really good vision, but the BKBs come out and they just lack the physical damage. You know, this Pugna's all magical, the Clockwork is mostly magical. They get a hook shot on Mr. British, but he's just going to stand toe-to-toe here.
Indeed he does. The silence coming out. He's got the damage as well. So much int has been stolen at this point. 60 int for him. So Mr. British will happily take out the Clockwork. Meanwhile, the Puck on the side getting altered by the Primal Beast, whatever that's called, the Pulverize. And that's another point. 4 points of int, by the way. Wow.
Yeah, what are we up to now? 64. Permanent intel stolen.
Permanent int, yeah. Now 2 down. Can Team 2...
Moon 7 Silver is forward now, but... Okay, has the Crystallis as well.
Indeed he does. BKB available, gets the silence off and the fortification. Actually doing quite a lot of damage, takes down the Ursa. That's his first life gone. Chick Hicks has jumped through a rock at the drow. And it seems like they're holding pretty well. That's 2 BKBs expended on the side of Big Pharma. Plus the Death Ward.
Yeah, that was a really good hold there. That was like expertly played. They know that the Primal's like on less than ideal health, so he jumps in and almost dies himself. They have to use BKB as an Ursa to get back out in the second life. And yeah, that's the push over. They have to go regroup now. They just weren't able to jump the drow. She has a 4 stuff up. They're delaying as well with the Pugna. Like they have the buyback on Puck, but he's a support. Doesn't care about that at all. He is basically just a Dream Coil and a Silence. So
indeed.
Yeah, no, they're really happy with that push. Well played by Team 2 there. Holds their high ground steady. The tower still survives on good 500 health.
Indeed it does. Wow. 8k net worth lead for Big Farmers, but they're not quite able to take down the tower and use their net worth to win the game. Both Aegis and BKB's being used just for a little bit of tower damage. Oof. Does not feel good at all if you're Big Farmer.
If Daedalus finished now on Moon 7 Silver, so his damage output would be coming out a lot higher.
Indeed.
See here, J-Bud, not sure what he's building. He hasn't put anything as quick buy, but he has the 1500. He is kind of playing a bit poor because obviously Moon 7 will
take a lot of that
there
farm.
There you
The
go. The jump Pulverize.
Does get cancelled by the Clockwork, but the Maledict damage is there. J-Bud will probably die as well. Yeah, there you go. Happy Geelong will take down Archer. Chick Hicks stealing the kill again from Clockwork. And Emperor died on the side. I'm not sure what happened there, but Sweat Spaghetti's able to take down the Puck. Buyback from Clockwork. They're still holding. They just need these creeps, Big Pharma. And they might be able to capitalize on this. Finally take down this mid tower. And hopefully the racks to follow. We'll have to see. These rocks though.
Yeah, basically how Maledict works is that if you lifesteal and then take more damage, then it buffs up the next Maledict, if that makes sense. Like it is based on the amount of total damage you've taken during the curse, and it doesn't. So if you gain health back with lifesteal and then take more damage back to low health, then the next Maledict will burst will be massive. But on that note,
nice cancel there from the Clockwork, keeping his Drow Ranger alive, and they take down the Primal Beast in exchange. Mr. British, he's popped his BKB as well. He was expecting more from that fight. But tanking that tower, he's going to have to move back now. Is the voodoo switcheroo that you love so much, but that's going to be.
He's actually going to be fine.
He gets the TP out. Wow.
Because of the Decrepify.
Yeah, a little bit of a misplay, unfortunately, and cost them the kill there. But very much worth it taking that tower for the Primal Beasts alive fights. Yeah, I'd say that's worth it.
Yeah, no, that's very unfortunate. That's kind of why Pugna struggles a little bit late game. When you have people that you're trying to synergize with, it is a little bit unfortunately easy to prevent the damage coming in by decrepifying and trying to use your own spells, which are very steady. You don't really have burst as Pugna, so to speak, so unless you're going like Dagon or something crazy like that. But yeah, in that position, Witch Doctor just hits TP after getting decrepified or just before, and Drow can't hit, so very well played there by Big Farmers managing to get out. It's a good trade, like the Primal for the Clockwork for Team 2, but they did get the tower, so I think Big Farmers overall pretty happy with that. They're still having the high ground problems. They're still getting outplayed high ground. They're having lots of trouble locking down this Drow with the Pike now. Daedalus is nothing to scoff at. And yeah, they're just scared of the Gust as well. It's just a really, just a one-man, one-woman army on the high ground right now for Team 2. So good delays by them. It's 42 minutes in, 10k net worth advantage. Satanic just finished now on the Ursa and also the Swift Blink. So just wants more of that Just that burst, that move speed on the blink, just a better jump coming in. Oh, that over the Abyssal as well, which is interesting. So I'm assuming Abyssal will be completed after this. Then we'll have the full upgrade, pretty much 6 slotted. Yeah.
Indeed.
Ursa looking good. Level 25 talent ready. 3+ overpower attacks. Overpower attacks.
Oh, gets the initiation on this Undying. He's got the axe available, Sweat Spaghetti, but will just ult and try and run away. He won't be able to get away though. That's a dead Undying, unfortunately. I noticed as well, so close, he's got the Yules now. Going to be able to counter the Silencer and maybe survive his own initiations. So that's a pretty key item pickup. Meanwhile, big fight coming out. PKBs everywhere. Pulverize coming out on the Emperor Puck. However, the Decrepify, the Silence, a little bit of kiting coming out. That's a very dead Primal Beast. Couple of shots from the Drow Ranger. Oh, J-Bud, he was just barely surviving. He toggled the armlet, and there's the final tick from the Silence's Arcane Curse. Be enough to take him down. That's 2 for 3 in that engagement, as Slow Close dies on the side as well. Acid Rains, will they be able to push here? We'll have to see. Both ZLH and Drow Ranger. Oh, early fortification coming out.
I am not a betting man. Unless it's
They're gonna try. Yeah, no, that was just a scrappy fight on both sides, for sure. Just this Puck struggling a lot, just dies too quickly. Clockwork does get some good spells off. We see Moon 7 survived the whole time.
Indeed.
Still alive. They're going to see the buyback coming in for J-Bud, so I think Big Pharma might be happy with that. They might be respecting the buyback, it looks like. Yeah, they're going to back off. But this Ursa is just so strong. Like, 14, 1, and 12. Didn't even have Swift Link that fight. Was just fighting that fight on 8k gold, so we'll finally buy it now. Octarine coming out for Pugna, but... yeah, just this Ursa just has not died much on a crazy streak, and managing to get out every fight. So yeah, generally a good fight. 2 for 3 trade, but buyback for J-Bud. So economically, at least, it was a win for Big Pharma, but they do keep their base totally alive on the bot lane for Team 2. So a little bit of a slight net worth win, and that's about it for that fight.
Indeed. Just trying to think, like, initiating onto the Ursa is going to be pretty rough. Trying to take him out immediately, because normally he's got Aegis as well, but not only that, but you've got Primal Beast, you've got Undying, you've got even a Silencer in the back, even Witch Doctor healing them up. It's going to be very hard to take down Acid Rain, so going to be feeling very secure in the middle of his team. Meanwhile, this might be a fight coming out. There you go. The Dream Core did get dropped, but the immediate cancellation. Chick Hicks moved a little bit too far and not able to get the ult off, though. Moonsilver's barely alive, not able to escape the clutches of the big 2 core heroes here. Acid Range, he's looking for more. Emperor, Phase Shift, not able to escape the cooldown. The Silence, oh, it's a very dead Puck. Oh, he's able to escape. Nicely played there. Oh, never mind. No, blink forward from Acid Rains. As I say, I might have jinxed him a little bit. Zealach, he tries to TP on out. He will be able to. Nice play there, the Decrepify, saving his life. And there you go. 4 dead on the side of Team 2. Only able to take down the Primal Beast, who'd be very happy with that exchange. However, Moonsilver does buy back. Notice as well, he's got a Titan Sliver in his backpack there. The Ninja Gear in the backpack, by the way, the Titan Sliver is the neutral item of choice. I guess that status resist is what he's looking for.
Yeah, he wants to get away from the Abyssal that's coming out for Acid Rains, and just a generally good item. But he will kill Sweat Spaghetti here almost. Oh shit, that is
a lot of damage. That's a very dead Moonsilver, possibly. The Arcane Curse, the Silence. Oh, one more tick. There you go. Oh my god, I was holding my breath. That's a dieback from the Drow Ranger. Unfortunately gone for 2 minutes now. Looks like Big Pharma, they're going to take this opportunity to push as much as possible. Just 2 left to keep the Team 2 dream alive. But Acid Rains, he's just...
yeah, no, that was so rough. Mr. British is level 25 now. He's been scaling quietly this whole game, kind of a sleep agent almost. He's 3rd on the net worth. He just has really good damage coming in. Witchblade still is doing well. So, see the Dream Core coming out right now. Are they going to respect it? Not really. J-Bud goes in on the Ursa though.
He pops the BKB,
doesn't get any spells off.
Unfortunately, he just has to walk away as Not able to find
He
anything
still
there.
hasn't used any spells. Yeah. Fortunately able to get nothing off there.
Well,
They do defend. They have only taken mid here on Big Farmers, so
true. Still another 60
Drow is staying
seconds
alive.
before the Drow is alive. Will Big Farmer opt for more? They've got the Primal Beast alive. He's pushing down bot. This might be a little bit of a split push coming out here. 30 seconds till another Dream Coil. J-Bot has his entire kit available. Oh, so close. He yields us off. Nice. Okay.
Radiant's got a real hate on for dire
Zealach
bottom
doing a bit of damage, keeping this tower alive still.
barracks just
Although bottom, they were looking at top and they kind of ignored that bottom tower there. And that's the racks to fall. Oh, J-Bud. Oh, looking a bit scary there. So close. He splits them up with the cogs. Not able to save his teammates though as J-Bud. Oh, he does turn around with a good ult there, but... Oh, the Yule's coming out. Well played by So Close, saving Marcy for the moment. The disarm though, not able to get the fountain hits there. As it rains, he does die right in front of the dire
But
fountain.
megas are done. Megas are done. They fooled us. They played us like a damn fiddle. We were casting the stupid looking fountain dive, and then Big Farmers took megas during that time.
Wow, that entire time. Okay, so that's quite worth it, I guess. 21k net worth lead. They've got the mega creeps. Big Farmers. Will they be able to close out this match once and for all? We'll have to see. Wow.
I was so ready to just be like, oh, classic Big Farmers,
Classic
classic
Big
acts by the
Farmers.
guys where they just go for fountain, and I've told them a million times not to do that, but then they prove me wrong. They say, nah, actually, you're playing checkers. You're playing checkers, we're playing chess. They're taking the top racks while that is happening. So they do get the megas off it. They have buybacks on both their cores that were involved in the fountain diving incident of 48 minutes in, and yeah, they'll be back up soon. Abyss will finish for Ursa as well. They're just gonna be having a fun time now. 20k net worth advantage up. So
Ooh,
Rashawn though,
yeah, it looks like
this
J-Bud and
could be a way back into the game.
Big Farmers. They're aware of what's going
Did
on.
they check it?
Pretty sure Happy Geelong spotted them out before. He does have ult available. I'd put a Death Ward in the pit if I was him, but looks like...
Yeah,
he
that
won't go
Maledict
for
looks pretty tasty, but they're just gonna play it safe and give them the. So this is a way back into the game,
Yeah.
possibly.
Drow with the Aegis. They still don't have Ursa for another 10 seconds, but he will be up by the time that they push. Moon Silver's got the Skadi now. Okay, so even more kite ability.
Oh, that's for the satanic. He wants to be able to just
The
reduces
yeah.
heals, health regen, lifesteal, and spell lifesteal by 40% for 3 seconds, and slows enemy melee units by 20% movement speed and 30 attack speed. So he's just going to try and slow down this Ursa, just keep cutting him out. It does nullify his damage output, but it makes him a lot more tankier, and that's kind of what he needs right now. His damage is just naturally super high, so with the crit and everything. So gonna try and play around that. Still has the BKB up. I think all BKBs in this game are well and truly at 6 seconds, so not gonna be hitting too hard, but check the buyback status real quick.
Oh, okay, looks like Big Farmers, they all have buyback. Wow. Only the Clockwork on the side of the Dire team. He's the only one with buyback left. So this 5-man smoke might be the last push to end the game here. Final
Yeah,
team
that
fight.
helps you understand why Team 2 went for the Roshan though, because they're taking note of this. They're smart. They're saying, we don't have buybacks. We need to get this. Chickix just blinks in, no BKB.
Indeed, that's a immediate fall from the Drow. Puck cannot escape. He's muted. He's silenced.
Oh, such a bad spot.
Oh yeah, such a bad spot to respawn. That's right. But there's
J-Bud.
Clockwork coming in, trying to help as much as possible. Same with the Marcy, setting up Chickix there and allowing Moonsilver to possibly escape. Just needs to force stuff away. Okay, he reaches the fountain. The Dream is still alive, barely, but J-Bud does fall there. The mute coming out, by the way, that's huge on the Drow. And he'll die. Oh, possibly. Yeah, there you go. Sweats Baguettes will take the kill on the Drow. No Drow for 100 seconds, and that's GG.
Hitting the cogs with BKB active.
Oh my
It
God.
does die to the fountain.
Wow.
Wow, it was great.
Yeah. So
What a game,
1-1. The series is over, and Big Farmer. Oh, cheers. Wow. What a series. Okay, both teams taking a game each. Very well played by both of them. Mixed skill. How are you going?
I think this is just kind of, I don't really know where to draw the distinction here. I think in terms of the draft, the Pugna just struggled a lot because as soon as BKBs came up and there's this rush down style happening on Big Pharma, they just have a lot of heal and they have a lot of peel. You know, they can Glimmer Cape to get people away from Pugna. They have 4 stuffs. They have just heals when undying and Witch Doctor, so it's very hard for Pugna has this very like constant damage output. Like he does damage, but it's at a static rate. So it's very easy to kind of think like I can survive 20 seconds of Pugna and I'll just get out at 15, you know. So people can play around him. It's kind of just saving Private Drow the whole game because J-Bot has to he's both like behind in farm compared to the Drow because Drow is farming a lot faster than he is, and every fight he feels the need to blink and dispose the Drow out to save her life, which he does valiantly the entire game, but there's still not enough damage going in. So he's struggling himself with that. He does get good damage out, but the Silencer just scales. He's got that infinite scaling with the intel. Ursa finishes the game on 18 and 2, just staying a beast. Chikix is just creating space and putting down vision for the tombstone.
Great initiations.
And Happy Jillian
too.
has a lot of like, yeah, he just has a lot of ways to Chikix is just getting all up in their stuff, just annoying them, forcing out BKBs, forcing out defensive spells, and getting out himself. Happy Jillian has a lot of really cute plays with the Death Ward, the voodoo switcheroo. So unfortunately, the Puck and especially the Clockwork just really struggled this game. It's not really a game where I feel like you can commit on Team 2, so you have these 2 very committal supports. They both have to drop their ultis and just go in. They just struggled a lot to have impact. Felt like Team 2 are constantly on the back foot, like they never could take a fight that wouldn't be turned by a Global Silence or a Tombstone or even a Death Ward. It just felt like there was so many ways to turn the fight around on Big Pharma's side. And yeah, just an overall, just they have too much physical damage. They have so much peel on Big Pharma. Ursa's just a little bit far ahead. Drow plays really well. Pugna does well with what he's given, but it just feels a bit like an outdraft. And also, like Big Pharma played the objective game a little bit better, getting the Roshans and getting towers early, and just managing to, especially with the Rax play there, where they have the 2 cores dive the fountain and take megas. So overall, I think it was an outdraft and an outplay in the sense of the more macro elements of the game. I think there was still a lot of scrappy fights, and it actually was a lot closer than the final score presents, and well played to both teams. But yeah, we'll end the series on 1-1. So Big Pharma recovering their ego, recovering their pride from game 1, setting it back to where we were before at 1-1.
Indeed. I did like Team 2. They put up quite the fight. They played some pretty clean Dota, and I do like this little bit of creativity, putting the Puck in a non-conventional lane. So well played to Team 2. They put up such a good game 1, and even game 2 didn't go down without a fight, of course. So however, Big Pharma, they take the victory, and the series is tied. So possibly another rematch, Mixed Skill.
Hopefully. I'm really excited with the way these teams play. They just have a lot of both teams just have interesting ideas and different like ways to play Dota. They just have a lot of highly mechanically skilled players. There's a lot of like execution based fights. There's a lot of buyback strategies coming in. There's smokes, there's Roshans, there's a lot of things that I feel like these 2 teams are kind of really keyed onto compared to other teams in the league. So I think it makes really fun games. I'm really excited for future series with these 2 for sure.
All right, sweet. Okay, everybody, thanks for watching and checking out this stream. My name's John Moll. This is Mixed Skill. Any final words for the stream, Mixed Skill?
Thanks, guys, for tuning in, and hopefully we'll see you next time.
Awesome.
Stay tuned.
Yes, see you.